Man, it might look a little bit like deja vu because I'm wearing the same fucking outfit that I had on yesterday. But truth is, I've been grinding and I've been getting this stuff done because I really wanted to get caught up on all this good Ghost Recon Wildlands stuff that's going on lately. So the long wait has kind of ended. I have bringing to you guys the Sentinel, the anticipated Sentinel Wildlands tips video. So here we go. My name is Dom, and this is Wildlands tips for the Sentinel. You're dead, man. You're not going to kill me. So, to start off, Sentinel is kind of different from the other classes in the way that when I picked him up and I first started playing with him, it was incredibly evident to me that this character was one of the best in the game. Most of the classes that I play with, I start off, I'm like, oh man, this guy sucks, and I have to play with him a little bit, get used to how they play, their play style, and then just sort of figure them out. And then I eventually start to like him. But with this class, I picked it up and I'm like, oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? It says that his difficulty on here is 3 stars. He is like one of the most difficult characters, right? Bull fucking shit. You can just pick this guy up and start going ham. I'm being 100% honest. You can just fucking run around, mess people up. It is not difficult to play with this class at all. Please tell me if you think I'm wrong. So, I'm going to begin with his rifles because I really, really like both of his rifles. Honestly, the Dragunov just feels good to me, man. You look at the stats and the Dragunov is just worse than the SR-25 all across the board except for noise reduction. But, man, the fucking Dragon, I don't know. There's just something about it, man, that feels good. And honestly, both of these guns, they are very good. You switch back and forth between them. I'm not sure there's going to be a life or death fucking change, you know? It's not like, oh, if I had the Dragunov in this situation, I would have won. Or if I had the SR-25, I would have won. It's not really like that. It probably doesn't affect you too much. But honestly, the SR-25 feels great. Dragunov feels great. Fucking awesome. And I would definitely try to focus on keeping people in front of you in a narrow fucking corridor. So if you can lock them down in a doorway, great. But do not be shooting at people from the side unless you're guaranteed to like hit those 2 shots. Otherwise, you're kind of just going to give away your position and you're probably not going to kill the other person. Another quick tip too, you may maybe not know this. So when you're aiming down the sight with the Dragunov and with the SR-25, you can click right on the D-pad and it'll actually zoom in a little bit and zoom out, you know, just depending. If you're using the SR-25, doesn't make a huge difference, but it can kind of make the reticle a little bit bigger. And if you're using the Dragunov, it can make a difference at those longer ranges. He carries around 2 frags, 2 C4. Not quite sure about the C4. I mean, just seems... the way his playstyle seems to fit in, it doesn't seem like that C4 really plays a role too much in actually how you're moving, how you're attacking, where you're going, and how you're playing. The C4 doesn't really seem to fit into that seamlessly. Honestly, I would have rather had 2 flashbangs. Or you know what? I mean, I did throw my grenades a bit, but yeah, I would honestly rather have 2 flashbangs instead of the C4. If you like C4, go ahead, by all means, use it. With the class, the weapons make this class incredibly versatile. I have clips, and I will put them up, where I am killing people at 20 meters, right? Like, I'm killing them relatively close. I'm killing them at long distances as well. With this class, I pretty much... Jesus. So I pretty much felt comfortable in every single situation. I was running into buildings. I was out in the open. I was at long distance. I was at close distance. And I never felt uncomfortable. I always felt buttery smooth. Like, no matter where they popped out, I could end them real quick. By far, the best thing about this class and what makes it... You know, honestly, I think this class would be fucking great without the Satcoms. But the Satcoms just make this class insanely good, man. You can send out 2 of them at a time, and essentially they create that little white area where if anybody goes in and out of that, they're going to be marked. So you kind of get an idea of where they're at. It's really good for shutting down flanks, really good for just shutting down areas that you don't want people to go through. And it also makes it really good for figuring out where people are at. This class basically fits in with almost any other squad you're going to be running. You run a scout. I noticed a lot of times with my scout that I was playing with, they would send up their drone, and if they couldn't quite mark somebody, they ran into the building, they'd ping the building, or they'd be like, hey, they're in there. I'd send in my Satcom. You find them right away. And the great thing about it is you can send in 2 at a time. They pretty much stay there most of the match until I think somebody else destroys it. I'm not quite sure what causes my Satcom to go away. I'm not sure if it was a tech that went up or if someone destroyed it. Not too sure, but you can send out 2 of them at a time. The cooldown is a little bit, I think it's 60 seconds. But honestly, when you're playing a Ghost War match, that really isn't a long time at all in terms of the whole. So how I played this class, well, shit, I'm not sure I could even give you a specified way to play because there is such there's such a range of ways that you can play with this class, which just make it fucking fantastic, man. The main thing I was doing was I was setting up my Satcoms very close to either the Recon tower or the uplink if I wasn't sure where they were. This worked out more in uplink, honestly. I would set them, if we're coming in, let's just say we're coming in on one side of the uplink. On the other side, I would shoot my Satcoms, and they'd be relatively close so that they were kind of touching each other, so that there's really no leeway to go in between them. It kind of shuts down that route. So now I will be notified if anybody goes that way. So it leaves your options open. It leaves your options open where if somebody's going to go to that uplink, you can now take your attention off of those white areas, because if someone goes in there, they're going to get fucking marked. So you can just kind of look other ways. And that worked out so well. There were so many times I just captured uplinks and put those on the other side. People would try to come and they would get marked and they get fucked up. And it totally shuts down your way, especially when you're playing matches like this where there's not a lot of directions that people can come to get to that uplink. You can just shut down routes. You can throw it right on the uplink to see if anybody's going to go and put down a mine or whatever. The only thing that this doesn't work on is going to be pathfinders, because they do not get detected by the Satcom. But fuck them, man. You don't need to worry about them anyway. No, actually, that's kind of dumb. You do need to worry about that. But honestly, with this class, I was playing a very neutral playstyle. I'm gonna say you take the kind of playstyle that you're gonna have with the recruit. Honestly, the recruit is very versatile, can do a lot of things. With this class, I was versatile. I was doing a lot of things. I would go head to head with a fucking point man. I'm being straight up, maybe it's dumb, but if I get 2 body hit kills on them, and these guns, the Dragunov and the SR-25, they fire up pretty fucking fast. If I land those hits, you're dead, man. You're not going to kill me. I don't care if you have the ACR. Unless you get a fucking headshot, you're dead. And that's what I love about this, man. Honestly, he is definitely one of the best classes. When I'm doing my ranking from worst to best classes in this game, Sentinel is going to be one of the top contenders as I see it so far. Now, honestly, for the squad that I recommend running up with, you can basically run whatever you want, and it's really going to help out. But if you are going to have him, I would not really recommend having another sniper. Or another, maybe a ranger, but definitely you don't want a sniper, I don't think. Simply because then you're going to be too crowded. The Sentinel's already focused on a more defensive style play. He can go into the neutral zone. He can go offensive as well, but especially at the early matches when he's trying to get both Satcoms out, he's definitely going to be playing more defensive. You do not want a sniper in there. I would honestly recommend running point man, tank, tech is kind of up in the air. That's one of those classes that you can just sort of fluctuate with. Definitely have a scout in there, though. Or someone with a drone, at least. I think the scout is perfect just because they could sense movement. If you, by chance, you cannot get to everybody, you can't mark everybody, then you have those Satcoms that you can send out. And then you can know everything. And basically in this game, too, intelligence is key, man. The more you know, the more you're going to get. The more you're going to win, obviously. If you can know where everybody's at all the time, you're going to wreck them. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please drop me a like. If you are new, make sure you subscribe so you keep up to date with all my future content. Have any comments, thoughts, or ideas about the video, please drop them down in the comment section below. But anyway, thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. The next one that's going to be coming up is Predator, and then I'm going to do Assassin. Please stick around for those guys. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.